The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Open, the one and only talk show bringing the best of the Bronx, New York, and the world to you. I'm Rina Valentin, your host in Café con Leche this Friday morning, and we are bringing sexy back. And here's a taste of what's to come in today's show. First up, Open Weekend Preview, giving you all there is to do. And after that, learn about adult literature and novelties when we sit down with author Monica Martinez. And we meet the cast and crew behind the film of Four Corners Road and the latest and greatest in sports with Bobby C. And we end with a peaceful message and a great groove. So kick back, relax, and get ready for the weekend because now we are officially open. Hello and welcome to Open Friday once again. I'm Rina Valentin, your host in Café con Leche for the next hour. Remember to stay in touch with us. Check us out on Twitter at BronxNet TV, that's with 2 T's, and on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And don't forget to tweet me personally at Rina Valentin. You know, I get so excited when I meet new followers. And, well, you know, it's taking me a minute, but I'm beginning to get the hang of this social networking society that we live in. You know, the Instagram, the Twitter, FB, LinkedIn, Google Plus, ay. Eventually, actually very soon, we're going to be incorporating it into our live settings. So make sure you get down with us, and we want to hear your voice. All right, so we're going to get right into all the fun things to do. I hope you have your pen handy. It is now time for our Open Weekend Preview. First up, Feria de Salud sobre la diabetes, that's diabetes, with celebrity chef Ingrid Hoffman and performances by Frankie Negron, Kay Rose, Chris Alfines, and Tania. This event also includes children's activities, domino tournament, free health screenings, and more. That's Saturday, August 17th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at St. Mary's Park on 146th Street and St. Anne's Avenue in the Bronx. For more details, you can check out portufamilia.org. And, well, next we have a Morrison Avenue Festival. Yeah, that's coming up next. Join the community for music, food, and summer fun. Performances by Jose Alberto, Los Hermanos Colón, and Angelo y su conjunto Ondelo. That's Saturday, August 17th from noon to 6 p.m. on Morrison Avenue between Westchester and Watson Avenue in the Bronx. And for more, you can email lmartine at NYSenate.gov, NYSenate.gov, excuse me, or you can call 718-991-3161. And on Sunday, there is a Sit-in Park concert. Dan Zanes and friends will be performing on Sunday, August 18th, and that's going to be starting at 6 p.m. And that's Seton Park or Seton Park on Independence Avenue and 235th Street in the Bronx. And for more on this event, you can check out riverdale.macaronikid.com, excuse me. And last but not least, Orchard Beach, people. Get it in there because it's almost over, and they are still going strong with Salsa Fest this month, and next weekend is actually no exception. The concert featuring Toby Love takes place on Sunday, August 25th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., and more info can be found at ilovethebronx.com. And of course, Orchard Beach is located on Long Island Sound in Pelham Bay Park. And that's what we have for today's fare. There you go. Make sure you get out and squeeze the last bits of warm weather. Kind of feels like summer's almost over already. Oh my goodness. Am I hearing this correctly? Is my BAF back in town? Is Gail here? Is that what I just heard? Gail? Are you there? Or are they teasing me? Is Gail there?
I'm here.
You are! Welcome back!
Oh, I'm so glad to be back. Oh my goodness, I was stuck in my house forever.
What do you mean stuck in your house? I thought you were on hiatus.
Well, you know what happened was, you know how I'm all into fitness and everything. I got a little injury and I had to stay home and go through some rehab and stuff.
What happened?
Well, I have a really bad knee and I was doing some running and I overstepped and kind of overextended my knee a bit and oof, it hurt.
Oh.
But now I'm back in my heels, so you know it's all good.
And literally back in your heels. Girl, how do you do it?
I have to be in my heels. I'm so small.
Yeah, I have the same issue. I'm always in heels. I walk in my house in heels. That's the issue I have. yeah, we're there, sister. We're
Do you
so
ever
there.
get any injuries when you're working out, Rena?
You know, I'm really happy that you even brought this up because it's actually what's been interfering with my process. Well, not interfere because I'm still moving forward. However, it does present itself as an obstacle. You know, I've had ankle injuries. I've had, I don't want to give it too much power, but, you know, they kind of reference it as sciatica or whatever.
Oh, my goodness.
Not saying it, but I said it. And so it kind of acts up, you know, when I'm stretching. I mean, actually the stretching helps it out, but the point is that when I am working out, depending on the type of workout I'm doing, especially if I'm running and I'm working on my feet, my ankle, of course, acts up, and so does my back, and it kind of delays my process.
That sounds rough.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You know what? I thought that I could take care of it myself, and that's like a common misconception with people when they work out is like you think that you could take care of your injuries all by yourself, but if it really gets bad, you should see a doctor. I've had this chronic knee injury for quite some time, and I always followed the RICE principle, you know, rest, ice, compression, and elevation. And I was doing that for quite some time, but it just became too much, and I had to go see a doctor, and they said, listen, you gotta rest, you gotta slow it down, because you know how I'm here, there, and everywhere, Rena, just like you,
Tell me
everywhere,
about
all
it.
at once. And it was really coming back to me, so I had to sit out for a few weeks, but I'm so glad to see your face. Yay!
Yay, I'm happy to see yours here. I gotta be honest, I'm gonna confess. I was like already going into, you know, the executive's office asking, you know, about extending my hiatus, because I was like, how does she come in and take such a long hiatus already? So forgive me, sister, I did not know that you were
Were you
injured.
jealous of my mini vacation?
A little, but now
Oh,
that I know
no.
why you took it, I'm over it. I'm so
Girl,
sorry.
you know I wanted to be here with you.
I know, rocking those heels, honey. I love it. Well, you know, I'm glad you're better, and thank you for the wonderful advice regarding personal injuries, because you're right. I don't do this by myself either, just to share with everyone. I do have people that I check in with regularly because, again, of course, my approach is holistic. That's just my choice, and you know, the ice, the resting, and all of that. Of course, it contributes, but if it gets really bad, yes, definitely
That's a
look
perfectly
into.
valid choice. That holistic is perfectly valid. You know what's also important when you have injuries, especially when they really knock you out of the game, is just to keep a positive attitude. Don't let that injury get you down. You got to find new ways to work out and keep yourself motivated while you're at home or in taking care of yourself, because it's very easy to fall into the dumps and be like, oh my goodness, I'm never going to work out. This is just, I'm going to sit there on the couch and eat my sorrows away.
Ay, ay, ay.
But you really need to find alternatives in order to like keep yourself in the game.
You know, you're absolutely right, and meditation is a good alternative, because instead of like sitting there, you know, vegging out on the couch, you just meditate, and you can actually get into areas of your body with your mind and assist the process as well.
You are so right. You know what? I'm so glad to be good, and I'm so excited to be a little cheerleader on Sunday when Latino Sports plays BronxNet at Orchard Beach.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna bring
so-
my pom-poms.
the annual what is it? The annual basketball game that the trophy it goes back and forth every year.
I know Michael Maxnabi is very excited.
Yeah, nice. And now they got you as their little cheerleader. Are you gonna have pom poms?
Oh, I have pom-poms. They match my shoes.
Nice. Go girl. All right, I'm going to be rooting for you on television. On my couch. How's that?
Thanks, Rena.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to be rooting for BronxNet, but for you for making your grand appearance on Orchard Beach. Go ahead.
Thanks for having me.
And by
I'm
the way,
so excited.
I'm so excited to have you back. What time is that happening? The actual
I think
game.
that's in the afternoon.
So like about noonish.
I don't remember exactly what time. I have to check my phone.
Oh, all right. Well, if anything, people can always just go to bronxnet.org to get more information. All right, Gail, it's so nice to have you back.
It's so wonderful to be back. Thank you.
All right, make sure you wear sunblock on Sunday.
I will.
All right, we'll be right back with some sensuality and Monica Martinez after the break.
Come on, Rena.
I will do it. This is my victory
Don't mess
slide.
Arena.
Victory slide.
No. That's cheating, Rena. That's kind of cheating.
All right, I'll go back.
Today's healthy habit to form. While enjoying the beach and pool this summer, swim a few laps for a full body workout.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. Well, teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything,
It is I, Cruz Zinkerbell. Okay, time for cake.
it's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Drew. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything,
It is I, Cruz Zinkerbell. Okay, time for cake.
it's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Drew. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Hello, welcome back to Open. This sensual author's writing is visceral with a social consciousness component, a very interesting fusion of reality, I might say. And she's here to share her voice with us. Please welcome Monica Martinez to the show.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you again.
Congratulations on all these publications.
Thank you very much.
So, just because, shall we just open up with one of your pieces?
Absolutely. You want me sitting or standing?
Which do you feel?
I'm most comfortable standing when I perform.
Okay. So if the
That works.
cameras can follow you, I think we're good. So Monica Martinez is actually going to open up, giving us a taste of her tantalizing words of poetry.
Yeah.
And whenever you're ready,
Okay.
we give you Monica Martinez.
All right. Crave you. Like an addict needing the heroin to flow through his veins. It's insane imagining the things I do with you. Spread across my bed, the adrenaline is rush, face flustered with the thought of being in your embrace. Bonded by these feelings, I find myself daydreaming, and it's sickening the way I get all giddy over you, eyes flickering with excitement. You have my full attention when I'm faced in your direction. Have I mentioned? I want you like no other. The way you stand there and tempt me with your style. I try to pull away because in time you will belong. Oh, how I long for you. Find it hard to concentrate, so I sit and contemplate on how to achieve the gratification of getting you. Defenseless around you, all guards are down, my frowns become smiles. I mean, we can walk miles together. Lusting to have you is worse than a pregnant woman's midnight craving. I'm enslaved by your looks, and well, you have me hooked, It's a exhilarating rush as all eyes are on us, all the other women staring, wishing you belong to them. And I finally have you with no restrictions. I could write a fiction novel on the things that we would share. I swear, I'd call it the Sexy Chronicles. The things you make me want to submit to. Every inch of you has me tantalizing, teasing, and in the end, you do all the pleasing. So I succumb to my desires and fulfill my needs. Having your restraints tightened up against me, well, let's just say it does it for me. So I'll forever be your addict with no need of counseling. You see, high heels, you're the real deal. And I'm so glad I purchased you. And these heels ain't made for walking.
I love it. Monica Martinez, everyone. I love that piece when I read it, because it makes you think of all this other stuff, and you're like, yes, those fabulous high heels.
Exactly, can't leave the house without those heels.
Oh, no. And then, of course, you have all these wonderful published books, and if you could just share with everyone just a brief description of your journey in getting to this place of feeling comfortable writing erotic stories.
Well, I mean, growing up and being in a relationship, I was taught that sex was dirty. In all reality, it isn't, especially when it's with two consenting adults. They want to, embrace, and you want to provide a safe haven. So during my journey, I've kind of been repressed, sexually repressed, and not being able to speak about what feels good or needs. And when I remarried to my husband, 15 years, he provided a safe haven for me, and it was there that everything was just opened and I was allowed to be who I wanted to be. So fantasies became paper.
That's beautiful.
And, yeah.
and I love the titles: Twisted Cherry, Dulce de Leche. Tantalizing erotic,
there we go.
Tantalizing erotic thoughts and encounters and bedtime stories. Now, I do know that this is the one that has a lot of short stories, right?
All
of them have a lot of short stories. Which one was the first one you wrote?
This is the first version of the book that I wrote.
Okay.
That's Tantalizing Erotic Thoughts and Encounters. I provide education to women and couples on how to keep the spice. So what tended to happen was that I became their sex therapist, so to speak. So they would give me this much of a story, and then my pen went to work and created a whole different fantasy story.
Nice, nice. Now, just because, and you kind of gave us a little brief description of what brought you here, like, in your upbringing, right? Was there something missing in your childhood years that actually brought this out in you?
Like, what do you mean?
Just, a man, lately we've been having women who on the show who have been deprived of father love, and it's just been very interesting tapping into what has come out of them as a woman later on in life, not having that component in their upbringing.
Unfortunately, I didn't have either of my parents. My mom and dad did not raise me. Her sister, her biological sister, raised me with her husband. And then I was on my own at the age of 17, and I was married then to a different man.
I also read in your bio that you consider yourself self-raised, and
yes.
That's a powerful statement.
Yes.
So it's trial and error.
It is. It's definitely trial and error. I did not become a victim of my circumstances or anything like that. I decided to, excel and to become better than what the statistic indicated I was supposed to be.
Nice. And I love what you've done with it.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful thing. You also you have events and you do parties and you have novelties. Like, just share with everybody all that you have to offer.
Okay. As I indicated, I also educate women and couples on how to keep the spice in their relationships. So you can visit me on tantalizingproductions.com. I'm available via Facebook, Monica S. Martinez, and the S stands for sex, yeah. And I stand behind that. MonicaMartinez.org. And yeah, I do events at the New York Poets Cafe. I'm part of a lot of different hats that I wear. I'm part of New York Latinos, NYC Latinos, where we go and we feed the homeless. Like tomorrow, we're gonna go feed the homeless. I wear different hats, but best find me on Monica S. Martinez at Facebook or monicamartinez.org.
Nice. And thank you for being here
Thank
with us.
you.
And of course, you can also, find out more about her books. So for more tantalizing info on Monica Martinez and her books, you can go to monicasmartinez.org. All right, we'll be right back with Four Corners Road. Don't go anywhere.
Some might say I have it all. I'm a 30-year-old kid, and this city is my playground. I could have any woman that I want.
I bet you won't even call me. I bet you won't even think about me. And what do I get?
Let me see what you got. You gotta make it rain on me, baby. You get $20 for a cab. I have some of the best friends anyone could ever have. I mean, I'm on top of the world. Or did it all go wrong? Oh, right. Natalie.
Maybe it's time for a little change of scenery, huh? Do a little living. I mean, might inspire you.
Come on, fellas. We're upstate, away from the ladies, free from the burdens of work and stress, traffic, busy streets. It's time to free ball.
Let's go out on a cougar hunt.
I don't think you'll find any cougars in this area. I mean, maybe a deer or bear if you're lucky.
We're at a little cabin at the end of Four Corners Road. You know where that is?
Of course I do. I'll see you guys a little later.
Singing, take me home.
But you gotta act now. Take your stick and use it later. Seriously, bro, come on.
Come on!
Just because you get married, that doesn't mean you have to change. It doesn't change you, okay?
You want to talk about losing yourself? Look no further than you and Natalie.
Any lady waiting for you back in the city?
Well, actually, I was engaged once.
Don't make all women suffer for what one woman did to you.
Women cannot be trusted. You saw that for yourself. You're a romantic sap. You're not this chauvinist creep you're pretending to be. That's not the real you.
I can hear the birds. Of course.
We've been friends forever. Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Singing, take me home.
Natalie!
If I get there,
I have to tell you how I feel about you.
meet me where it's raining.
Hello and welcome back. You just saw the trailer for The Four Corners Road, a movie about what happens when you find yourself with everything you thought you wanted but realize nothing has meaning. We have here with us Gregory Van Boris, Nicole Van Boris, and Abimael Gonzalez on set to give us the inside scoop about the movie. Hello and welcome.
Thank you very much for having us.
Okay, I got everybody's name correct, right?
You did.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. So let's start with you because this is actually a brainchild of yours, right?
Yes.
And just share a little bit about how long it's taken you to actually put this film together.
Well, if you really look at it this way, I started writing this when I graduated from college about 10, 12 years ago. And I realized at that point in my life, I got about 10, 20 pages in and I thought, nothing's happened to me that's, warranting enough to make a movie. It got very boring. Mm-hmm. So I put it down for a while. And then as I got older, I experienced more and lost more. And at that point, I reached to my writing as a catharsis, and Four Corners Road just sort of spilled out at that point. So
yeah, I also read that originally you were trying to aim for comedy.
It was originally it was supposed to be a funny film, along the lines of like a Sarah Marshall or a Hangover, but it sort of got a little darker, a lot more drama.
Interesting. And is that because something happened to you?
I mean, you know, in life, things happen to everybody, right?
Right.
And we turn to things to get us through it. For me, it was writing. So that's how it came out for me. You know, in life, you know, you lose. And so to get it back, you sort of have to find your own way.
Nice, and you did it through the film.
Exactly.
And then you formulated Double V Films, which is actually a production company that you have with your sister.
Correct. Correct.
The
She runs it.
producer. She runs it.
She runs
Well,
everything.
I was just about to get into.
I know.
Let's talk about what you did on the film, which is probably everything.
No, I mean, but
Well, I ate.
You ate. Oh my goodness.
Yes, he's good at that. No, it was fun. I mean, it was really great working with my brother. I mean, we think alike a lot, so we get along in that sense. And if we disagree about something, we're close, so we can talk about it and share ideas. So it was really fun. It was really a great experience.
You're also one of
too.
the actors in there as well.
I am. Yes. He cast me. So, so that was really fun
Best
too.
move.
Aw.
My 2 best moves.
Yes,
Yes.
and of course,
Our
Abimael,
lead,
all right?
yes.
Abimael, who is actually V
Yes.
in the film,
Yes.
right? So we got double V, V, you've got a fixation with the B there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about the
There's a reason
vortex
for
later, right? So share with us a little bit about your experience on this film.
It was an incredible experience. I mean, from the moment I got casted all the way to the end when we wrapped till afterwards, everything is a learning experience. Everything was incredible. I got to meet some incredible people. I befriended my director. We got really, really close. His sister, we were like family. But the whole thing was just, it really hit hard. You know, when I read the story, I didn't think that I could relate as much as I did. It was loosely based on his life, but it was also loosely based on my life as well. So
Right.
that was a great experience.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask you how close are you to the character?
Oh,
and you
very
just
close.
answered it. You answered it like, oh,
Very
really?
close.
Really?
Almost as if I was not acting at all. It was me just being a little part of myself that I was before that I had to get out of.
Hmm.
And I had to touch back into in order to become this character all over again, which is really just me. It was just
Okay, so just
crazy.
give me a little description of what that is that we're relating to, that is the same as your character.
Well, the thing is that V, you know, he got heartbroken, you know, and he went through this route where he had to tear apart everything and everyone so that he won't be the only one. And I
Right.
kind of did the same thing, you know, and I tapped into that emotion in order to succeed in that, and it was very, very hard. I did do the whole women thing after being heartbroken by a woman, and I had friends to try to bring me back from that, but it was a long journey. And this is where I can relate to all of that. I went through that. Actually, when we went upstate and came back from it, it took me months to snap back into reality. I went home and it's kind of like, you're not V, you're Abby. This is who you are, you know, this is your life, you know, so snap out of it. It's realistic, very realistic.
Well, it's a humanistic story. As a matter of fact, here's a clip from Four Corners Road.
Nick, I didn't make you do anything tonight. No, you're right. You didn't. But you know what? If you respected me, or Aaron, or my marriage, you would never ask me to go with you.
Nick, you know, it's not my fault that you wanted to another chick. Maybe you should check yourself. Stop it! This is not happening! Now, Nick, you're not gonna tell Aaron anything, and V, I think you're gonna live from the walk back here, man. Shut the fuck up, Squatty. Where the fuck were you tonight anyway? I thought this whole trip was about bonding and hanging out. Right? Right!
Certainly not a comedy.
Not a comedy. Although hopefully there are moments when you'll laugh.
Yes, well, of course. All right. Now, Gregory, you know what's really interesting is that your lead character is a Latino.
He is.
Is there any particular reason why a story loosely based on your life story is cast as a Latino?
Interestingly, we're actually both half Chilean, but that is not why we cast him. Actually, it took a very long process to find a V. And, you know, it was getting very depressing, and we really didn't find anybody. And one day, this young man came into the room, and, you know, he was wearing a hat at that time. So he hadn't seen the hair. And I had long hair at the time, too. And
I was
you know,
hoping he brought the hair with him.
all women are hoping he brought the hair with him, but
I'll see what I can do about that.
You know, he walked into the room. He read for the role and he just nailed it. You know, and he walked out of the room, and you know, we were trying to hide our excitement. We didn't want him to hear, but you know, we found V, and we found what I feel we found a star. That's personally how I feel.
Thank you.
Awesome. And congratulations, because you released last year and you're all over the film circuit, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, you're like an official selection of various films festivals. And from what I understand, you just won one?
We just won Best Drama Award at Trinity Film Festival, Trinidad Independent Film Festival, which is really exciting. So,
Congratulations.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And then you're also like official selection at other film festivals. What are those?
We were at the Hoboken International Film
Mhm.
Festival and the Manhattan Film Festival.
Nice. Now, what do you hope that people leave with seeing this film?
I think, sometimes we turn to movies to share how we feel or to take a moment to remember ourselves or remember what we've gone through. And I think that anybody that sees this film can relate and can maybe cry about a moment that they've had or get excited about the future, which is sort of what this film holds. So I hope it reaches somebody and hits somebody in any way.
You know, and while the film is really based around this male bonding, right, situation upstate somewhere, there's this woman that actually helps them get through now. How do you feel about that? Like, it's just as a sister, because you're the woman behind him
And
or
may
by
I
his
add,
side,
that was her brainchild. as a
That
matter
was
of fact.
really?
Yes.
Oh, share a little bit about her.
Well, I mean, I think Ruby, she plays a really key role, I think, in Upstate with the guys, and we wanted to have her sort of be this wise, pure being, this free spirit who isn't a romantic figure, because
All the other women are.
all the other women are, so we wanted to keep her out of that, but just be a pure voice and spirit and guide for these guys who definitely need that. So we wanted to provide that kind of presence up there,
Yeah, no, just in the trailer you can kind of get the gist that, it's lots of sex and inspiration and insight. Or something like that. I mean, I haven't seen the film yet. I'm looking forward to seeing
Oh,
it.
we'd love for you to see it.
Yes, and so what do you get to walk away with from this, aside from the friendship that you've formulated here?
Well, an understanding that I'm no longer that person, that I'm in a better place in my life, that I got like closure to what happened to me. I got to see it in full spectrum, and I said to myself, I survived this. A lot of people get stuck in that lifestyle, never really get out. You never see life fully because they're still stuck in that. And I was able to see it, even though I was already out, but now I got the complete structure that I needed. I'm a better man now. And I had my friends for that. And I got Greg and Nicole here that they really, they helped me get there. And I really appreciate them for it.
This is lovely. It sounds like you guys formed a family
Yes.
on the film. So where could people see more about the Four Corners?
You can visit us on our website, fourcornersroad.com, spelled out. We've got a trailer and some other clips on YouTube, and actually got the film up on Vimeo, so you can email me at doublevfilms@gmail.com, doublevfilms@gmail.com, and reach out and you can definitely watch the film online.
Awesome. Thank you guys for being here with us.
Thank you so
And
much.
congratulations on all the
Thank you very
accolades.
Thank you.
Thank you very
All
much for having us.
May you get an Oscar. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying.
Throw it out there.
More about Four Corners Road can be found by going to www.fourcornersroad.com. Bobby C Sports Roundup is right after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Let me go like a child goes. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go now. Let me go like a child goes. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go now. Let me go like a child goes. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go now. Let me go like a child goes. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let
We start the weekend sports roundup right here in the Bronx, where the Yankees are starting to right the ship a bit. Bronx Bombers reeled off 4 in a row to kickstart the week and have won 5 of their last 7, even if they couldn't sweep the Anaheim Angels in Thursday afternoon's matinee at the Big Ballpark in the Bronx. The Angels captured the series finale 8-4, but on a brighter note, the Yanks have really started to perform much better. They can thank Alfonso Soriano, who was simply en fuego this week. He homered twice and drove in 6 on Tuesday, and then followed that with a career-high 7 RBIs on Wednesday. The homestand marked the return of Alex Rodriguez last Friday night. A-Rod struck out 3 times in his opening appearance in the Bronx, but managed to come around and played a key part in the Bombers' resurgence on the week. His biggest highlight came last weekend when he homered against ace pitcher Justin Verlander, his first of the season. We go inside the locker room for more with manager Joe Girardi on Alex Rodriguez, along with another look at the Bronx Bombers in our latest Diamond Cuts.
You know, it's pretty hard to do. I don't care how good you're swinging the bat. To have 13 RBIs in 2 days is really hard, but it's been huge for us. It was a huge part of the offense tonight, huge part last night, and we need these kind of things to continue. It's everybody excited, and hitting can be contagious, and it can be big for your club.
It's not bad, it's happy. So, you don't see those days, so I had to take those days because, like I said, so it's not easy. Sometimes get 1 RBI in 1 game, so, and I got 13 in 2 games, so very excited, very happy.
It's been amazing. The guy's swinging a great bat, and every time he goes up there, you're expecting something big to happen, which is a good feeling to have, especially if it's the guys on your team. And Soriano's been doing that for the past few games. I think, again, just adjustment periods. It's a matter of just getting time and getting at bats, getting into the new ballpark, going from National League to American League, all those different things that are just new. And once he gets himself settled in, realizes that this isn't too much different than what it was, X amount of years ago when he played here, I think everything just settles itself in.
We're playing a lot of the teams that are in front of us. We're in our division a lot, going down the stretch here, and just try to ride this as long as you can.
Yankees outfielder Ichiro is closing in on a milestone of uniqueness. Ichiro is a few hits away from 4,000 for his professional career between Japanese baseball and the major leagues. You could say Ichiro has been a hit here in the Bigs since day one. Mark Reynolds torched the Yankees last season as a member of the Baltimore Orioles. Free agency brought him to Cleveland in the offseason, but a rough first half and not much of a turnaround following the All-Star break put the Indians in a tough position with the slugger. Cleveland opted to release Reynolds, who will now join the Yankees, according to reports. He should provide a nice lift off the bench and can play first and third for the Bombers, who are making a playoff push. The boys in pinstripes are 6 games back of the wild card and 8.5 behind first place Boston in the American League East. Across town, the Mets are 13 out of the wild card, which may be a bit of a stretch, but thanks to the extra postseason spots is not impossible. The Amazons are hoping to build off Thursday's 4-1 win in San Diego after dropping 3 straight on the West Coast swing. Mets rookie hurler Zach Wheeler fanned 12 and an impressive outing. Marlon Byrd's 2 RBIs in the 8th secured the Mets win late. The Mets have 3 more in San Diego before a road makeup in Minnesota on Monday. The Amazons return to New York Tuesday for the start of a 9-game homestand. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. According to a Forbes report, every team in the NFL last season turned a profit except for the Detroit Lions. The Lions lost money for the 4th straight year despite an improved team the past couple of seasons. Dallas made the most of any club, and the New York Giants and Jets were valued 4th and 6th, respectively, on that list. Speaking of those Lions, Detroit topped the New York Jets last weekend in the preseason opener 26-17. Out at Jets camp, rookie quarterback Geno Smith appears to be falling down the depth chart. Head coach Rex Ryan called one of Smith's practices this week brutal. Mark Sanchez will get the start against Saturday night as Gangrene hosts Jacksonville in their home preseason opener at MetLife Stadium. Sanchez threw an interception early last week against the Lions, but recovered and quickly got the Jets in the end zone. He's shown some signs of improvement and appears a lock for the starting job. The New York Football Giants topped Pittsburgh 18-13 in their preseason opener last weekend in the Steel City. This weekend, the G-Men are back in New York to welcome Indianapolis, and a familiar face. The Giants host the Colts at 7 p.m. Sunday night in their home preseason opener, and standing on the opposite sideline will be former running back Ahmad Bradshaw, who admitted this week that though, not playing for the Giants is still a very strange thing. It's a strange feeling not having Art Donovan in the football world anymore. The Bronx sports icon, a member of the Bronx Walk of Fame, died at 89 years old on Sunday. The NFL Hall of Famer, nicknamed the Bulldog, was born right here in the Bronx in 1924 and went on to star at Mount St. Michael Academy before becoming an iconic football legend. The all-time great, who was also a funny man later in life and commercials, starred for the Baltimore Colts and played in that historic 1958 championship game against the Giants at Yankee Stadium, which was coined the greatest game ever played. For Bronx sports fans, Art Donovan is arguably among the greatest to ever wear a pro jersey out of the Bronx. The USTA says a retractable roof will be built over Arthur Ashe Stadium, the main venue for the U.S. Open. The roof is expected for 2017. You may have to wait for the roof, but tennis fans can check out this year's installment of the U.S. Open, which kicks off in Flushing Meadows in just a couple of weeks. On the ice, the New Jersey Devils have new ownership. Joshua Harris, who counts the NBA's Philadelphia 76ers among his assets, is the new owner of the Devils. We shift gears back to the baseball diamond, where there is some breaking news this morning. According to reports Friday morning, Alex Rodriguez's associates have allegedly leaked names like Francisco Cervelli and Ryan Braun to Major League Baseball, another twist in the Biogenesis steroid scandal. Baseball Commissioner Bud Selig says Alex's suspension is open, quote, eminently fair, close quote. The Yanks will be in Beantown this weekend for a road series with the rival Red Sox. Boston starter John Lackey says he shouldn't have to pitch to the steroid cheat Alex Rodriguez. Meanwhile, Captain Derek Jeter is off to Tampa to continue his rehab. The Bombers believe Jeets could be back in the Bronx next week if all goes well in Tampa. And on a final sports roundup note, the Hoops in the Sun championship game was rescheduled for this weekend. Come on out Sunday at 1 p.m. at Orchard Beach to see R2K and DeDe and Sean Bell duke it out for the title. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for the Pinstripers Man of the Hour. Although he's 37 now, Alfonso Soriano has been a welcome return addition to the Yankee lineup. I found it quite ironic that the man who was the centerpiece of the trade for Alex Rodriguez nearly 10 years ago has come back to lift the Yanks as they try for the postseason again in 2013. And he's doing it while upstaging A-Rod, who keeps making more headlines off the field. No one would question the trade back then, as great as Soriano was the first time around at Pinstripes. Alex Rodriguez at that time was the better of the two players, but Sori has gone on to have a pretty great career himself and deserves all the Bronx standing ovations he could get of late. He okayed the deal to come back to the Yankees, and he made the most of it thus far. He'll be here for the remainder of this season and probably all of next based on his contract. It is great to have Alfonso Soriano back. And for Alfonso Soriano, his career in the Bronx has come full circle, which may be the case for the Yankees all in all when it comes to their relationship with Alex Rodriguez and the turbulent times that have followed him since the trade almost a decade ago. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. Stay with us. More Open coming up right after this.
Hey, how's it going?
Sir, are you okay?
What? Oh, this? It's probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But, sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool. Really.
Do you want a napkin or something?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this. So why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately. Because time lost is brain lost.
My name's Brandon. I'm 9 years old, being alcoholic.
Hi, Brandon.
I'll start drinking with the older kids. And whatever they do, I'll do.
Kids who drink before age 15 are 5 times more likely to have alcohol problems when they're adults. So start talking before they start drinking.
I know it'll start with alcohol. I'm just not sure how it's gonna end.
How you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Thanks.
If only child abuse were this easy to recognize. If you even suspect abuse, call 1-800-4-A-CHILD. All calls are anonymous and confidential. Trust your instincts.
weight loss, it's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
Woo! We are popping and locking here. Welcome back. Yeah, we're going to bring in the weekend with some thoughtful hip hop. It is now time for our Open Artist Spotlight.
The Open Artist Spotlight is made possible in part with public funds from the Bronx Council on the Arts through the New York State Council on the Arts Decentralization Program.
Our open artists have been working alongside Major Carter for 5 months now, and they're working to bring peace to our streets and world with their music. Give it up for Robski and Too Easy! Woo!
Oh. Hello. Whoa. Whoa. Yup. 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 Shizzy. TTM. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Shizzy.
Stop the violence. Stop the violence.
They used to be.
It's time to stop the violence each and every day. It's time to stop the violence at homeschooling play.
Hey.
It really needs to stop. Look at all the lives violence took away. Nowadays, people fight anything is funny. Instead of doing things right, sticking to the money. Stop the violence. It's really getting played out. Stop the violence. Too many getting laid out. Too many getting robbed. Too many in the same house, dead or in jail. It's really getting played out. Things in my city ain't what they used to be. What happened to the peace, love, and unity in my community? It's ruined, B. It's time to take it back the way it used to be. It's up to you and me, to feed the kids more positivity and better opportunity.
Stop the violence today. Homeschool and play, hey, in the USA. Stop the violence today. Homeschool and play in the USA. It's time to stop the violence. It's positive. New sick kids, we can have better days. Play like big kids, but we on our grown. Shh. Pull them guns out, that's played out. Like violence need to be played out. Like that old relationship. Violence can't pay your rent, pampers, dishes. How you gonna eat if you're dead on the pins? When you roll with violence, you got a bull kid. This the USA. Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Harlem, Manhattan, Staten, Long Island, NYC. Stop the violence. Just be safe with your protection. Just to hope people hear me out. Paid out. Better out. Better how? What's going on? Stop the violence today. What's going on? Homeschool and play. What's going on in the USA? Hey. We don't stop the violence today. Homeschool and play in the USA.
It's the violence in this world today. Hey. It's time to stop the violence, rich and poor.
Say hey.
Stop the violence in the neighborhood. It's time to stop killing off the young and the good.
Let's keep it positive.
To feed the kids more positivities and better opportunities. It's up to you and me, to feed the kids more positivity and better opportunities.
Let's stop the violence. Let's keep it positive. No sick kids, we can have better days. Play like big kids, but we on our grown. Pull them guns out. That's played out. Woo! Shizzy. Yup.
TTM.
Oh.
What's going on?
Stop the violence today.
What's going on?
Homeschool and play in the USA.
Hey. What's going on? Stop the violence today. At work, school, and play
in the USA. They used to be. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop the violence.
Yup.
Whoa.
Stop the violence,
Stop
y'all.
the violence. Let's stop the violence. Let's stop the violence. Whoa.
Stop the violence, y'all.
Homeschool and play. Homeschool and play. Hey. Stop the violence. Let's stop the violence. Let's stop the violence.
Woo! Yes, stop the violence. Robski and Too Easy, everyone. Woo!
Yeah, hello.
Nice, nice. Yes, stop the violence. All right, gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to have Major Carter and Zanique join us. Cool. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Woo!
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look. I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
All right, we're back on Open with Robski and Too Easy. They just performed Stop the Violence, and now we're joined on set by the producer Major Carter and Zanique Smith. Hello and welcome, and thank you, people, for making it your life's purpose to spread peace in our community.
Yeah, we appreciate it. You know, we want to make sure people know that, you know, Stop the Violence have really played out. You know, it's just like everything else, you know, but it's a message that need to be out. You know, a lot of violence going on, as you know. I don't need to speak about that. But, you know, through the song, we figure that's the best way to reach the youth is through the music.
Right.
You know, and to the old cats like myself, you know, we enjoy music. And this is a positive way to get out about stopping the violence.
You know, and just out of curiosity, and you know, I hear you relating the hip hop to actually reaching the next generation. Like, how challenging is it to get them to listen when it's a positive message?
Well, that's the tough question there, but I figured the best way to do this is really through music, because, you know, they listen to all types of music, and we figured that's the best way to reach them, because especially when you know, get their own peers, you know, like these young guys here, you know, they listen to them. They're not gonna listen to us, you know, but they listen to each other. So getting them to, you know, to do the track, you know, and they co-wrote the lyrics with myself, you know, and wanted to put out a real positive, strong message about stopping the violence.
Yes, and Zanique, your contributions to this wonderful production.
Yes, I am. Well, I'm gonna be on a song that that he produced. It's called "Bring the Boys Home," and it's just talking about, pretty much speaking about the troops and the things out, you know, the war that has taken place, and just bring the troops home, and it pretty much incorporating, you know, something positive and stopping the violence as well.
You know, it's very interesting because, right, people, I'm sure they'll look at you guys and they automatically assume that you're like this type of.
They judge the book by its cover.
Right, right,
you know
right.
And, so then we hit them with that. It's like taking way off. Like.
You take them way off. So what are some of the reactions you receive?
Everything's been positive. Like at first, people was like.
To the mic, sorry.
At first, everything was like when we telling people we was doing it, they was exactly like you said. They look at us like, oh, but you know what I mean? You this, you that. Like, how you know? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like he said, like doing it through music is the way to get to them. You know what I mean? Because you can say it a lot, they can hear it from other people. You know what I mean? But like he said, everybody listens to music. You know what I mean? So,
you're absolutely right.
We thank God that we able to help them out with that.
You know, and we're grateful to you for that.
Right.
What made you choose that path?
I think like it's a good way, man. It's the best thing to do right now at this point in time, because everybody committing crimes, everybody doing evil, but at the end of the day, you want to live your life.
Right.
So live your life positive. Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the way to be happy.
Have fun, yeah.
Right?
You
Right. You put that out there and you send out good energy, and then poof. Like everything's wonderful and grand. I mean, you know, we have obstacles and things we need to overcome, but just, you know, sending out that vibration of peace, joy, and love. It totally is like a counteract to everything else that's selling, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking about.
Snap effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're trying to put it out. We're gonna put it out. You know, I'm gonna send it to Universal. You know, Holland Doja in Holland. You know, because we're doing. I'm gonna try to throw it on our We Support the Troops CD that she's doing. You know, she's gonna be on there. You know, and the song is "All Listen in America, Bring the Boys Home." You'll have President Obama's name in it. It's a remake of Freda Payne. Freda Payne did a song for the troops back in 1967 called "Bring the Boys Home," which is a big hit. You know, but we're bringing it back with a different positive thing to it. You know, with this new R&B singer here. You know, so she's gonna be doing the title track, All You Listen to America. So hopefully you can have her back here, when we finish the track, to let her sing it live.
Of course, we'd love to.
And blow the country away.
I know, I can tell
blow
already.
the country away, and name a lot of the troops that's been helping me out. It's quite a few military people that help me out. Quite a few. We got colonels, captains, and that's really helped me with this. And so much, but our basically thing is we want to get this Stop the Violence movement.
Absolutely.
We're trying to put together a movement right now, a rally to stop the violence. I'm trying to put together a free rally, get them come out and get people to come out and talk about stopping the violence. And, they known as the team.
Right.
So we're trying to get people to come out and join the team.
All right.
Join the team
So
about stopping the violence.
How can they do that?
Well, you can contact me at Carter_Major516@yahoo.com. You also can call me at 347-499-0823. And, you can get in touch with me about when the CD be ready. Any artists who think they have something about stopping the violence can get in touch with me.
All right.
We get out here and get this going about
That's
stopping
it.
the violence.
Stop the violence. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
We appreciate it.
Once again, absolutely. For more Major Carter, Zanique, Rob Ski, and Too Easy, and their Peaceful
And
Crusade.
Zanique. Don't forget Zanique.
And Zanique. That's right. Zanique, the R&B singer we're going to have on another show. You can check them out. Well, actually, are you guys on Facebook? Yeah.
Well, they're
What's
on
the Facebook?
Facebook,
What's
yeah.
the Facebook page? Real quick.
My Facebook is Kevin Marshall.
Okay.
2 L's.
Robert Osoba.
Robert Osover. Okay. Well, you can always find them on BronxNet.org too. That's right. All right, that is our show, people. Special thanks to all of our guests for coming through, and to you, of course, our viewers, for tuning in. If you missed any part of the show, tune into the Recablecast tonight and throughout the weekend here on here on BronxNet, and 24 hours a day on BronxNet.org. Once again, I'm Rina Valentin, and from all of us here at Open, may the universe provide peace, prosperity, and love. Mwah. Adios. We're going to dance this out in the name of peace, people. Stop the violence.
Stop it.
Come on.